all things Juneteenth. Get ready to immerse yourself in the rich history and vibrant celebrations of the Planning District 16 Juneteenth event happening on June 17th at Fredericksburg National Stadium. Join us as we honor the emancipation of enslaved African Americans and embrace the spirit of unity and community. From powerful speeches to captivating performances, this event is a celebration of freedom and progress. Get ready to be inspired, educated, and uplifted. Don't miss out on this incredible journey. Let's make Juneteenth a day to remember. Welcome to LCPM Network, your source for inspiring interviews and stories that make a difference. Today, today we have a very special guest joining us. It is Monica Gary, the Stafford County Supervisor. Welcome, Monica. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing very well. How are you?
I am well. Now, you have been so active in the community, just completely active. So I want to know a little bit about your background and what inspired you to get into serving the community the way you do.
Yeah, that's a great question. Thank you. I'm in ministry still. It's a lifestyle for me, but I was more officially in ministry for about a decade. Completed my theology degree. Took a 2-year church planting cohort, was getting ready to, gear up and do that. Had been meeting for about a year, just starting to try and build some community. My husband had come back from Afghanistan recently. He was on a deployment as civilian, but he was in Bagram. So, we've been through some things and then COVID hit. So it was a few years ago, and I just prayed. It was like, what am I supposed to do now with this, Lord? Right. And so I really just kept feeling like I was supposed to be out in the community more. And so I went to the first march after George Floyd was killed up at Stafford Marketplace. And I just committed to digging in and being a solution and part of the solution in our community. And so that's where I started to meet some amazing people like Gary Holland, Carl, Vernon, just so many people that I love. I couldn't call them all out in one video, but the more I got involved, the more I was out just doing those things in the community, the serving at food pantries, picking up trash, all those things with people that I was really growing to know and love. I started getting involved more civically as well. And so I say I made the mistake of going to the board meetings. There was a lack of wisdom and leadership there. So, I'm not a person who I can see a problem and do nothing about it, right? And I came out of one of those meetings very frustrated one day, and Gary Holland looked at me and, heard me kind of venting about it and saying I was going to run out of frustration. He calls me later. He says, "You really want to run?" And I went, "I don't know, let me pray about that." But I already kind of knew the answer. So of course I prayed about it, and I ran, and here I am. So that's how I got into politics, but I've tried to stay pretty engaged in the community as well, because that's really where my heart is.
Wow, that is awesome to hear. You've been so actively involved in the community, but can you tell us why Juneteenth?
I grew up, the way that I grew up was around a lot of minorities. Okay. My closest friends were like family. There are people who cared for me, and they happen to be Black. And so I picked up a lot of things, and I understood a lot of things differently than someone would traditionally that looks like me. But I don't know everything. I don't have that experience, that lived experience. And so I've learned over the years that even though I grew up around a lot of Black culture, and those were some of my closest friends and family, I just had a lot more to learn. And so as Juneteenth, started becoming more of a thing, and I understood what it was. I mean, it's always been a thing, but to me, to people who look like me, understanding what it is and what really happened. It became very important for me not only to participate and support, but to also invite people and help them along to see the things that maybe I saw growing up. Maybe that's their starting point, or maybe a little further along, but we can all continue to grow and learn. So I think it's very important that we support things like this. I could go into multiple things that I try to get involved in and support for the Black community and with you all, because I just love you. But the reality is I have a lot to learn. I still do, and I'm always going to. So the more that I can invite people out and show them by example that, you know what, this is something that we need to celebrate. There are people who we may not understand, we may not look like, but there's something there that if you come to understand, at least like I have, there's so much beauty in the culture, and there's so much culture and so much variety in the culture. I think Juneteenth really highlights that, and so it's something I'll always support as much as I can.
You know, that sounds absolutely fantastic, Monica. I really appreciate that. But I do want to talk about the Juneteenth celebration. This is going to be amazing. So let me ask you, what are you mostly looking forward to?
I'm most looking forward to the music and the colors. I think that is always the most wonderful thing about the Juneteenth events is the music and the colors. Like, there's just something, and you know what, this is something that's very unique to the Black community. Everywhere that I go that I see, every time there is a celebration, like, you just know how to party. Like, way better than I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, like, work hard, play hard. And I show up and I just see there's always so much excitement and beauty and color, and just know how to let loose. And so I'm really just trying to absorb some more of that, because I feel like I walk around too tense sometimes, but it's a beautiful example for really just enjoying life. Right? And so I'm looking forward to that. I love the music. I love the colors, really.
Outstanding. Hey, but for everybody to know, the Planning District 16 Juneteenth celebration is going to be an incredible experience for everyone. From music performances to cultural showcases, there's something for everyone to enjoy. This event is partnering with various local organizations and is a true celebration of our community strength and resilience. I encourage everyone to visit #Enough website at www.shoutenough.com to get all of the details of the talent lineup, special events, and volunteer opportunities. Now, to all our viewers, make sure you go visit Monica Gary. She's going to be there. So go there and ask her the tough questions. Don't be shy. Just ask her the tough questions, because I guarantee she's going to be able to answer. We have to prep her. I got to prep her myself. She's going to answer those questions. But I also want you guys to stay tuned for more inspiring stories here on LCPM Network. So until next time, I'm going to tell you, take care and keep striving for a positive change. Monica, girl, high five, high five. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, go forth and continue to make a difference. Thank you for your contribution.
Amen. Thank you.